Well, it is finally officially on. The most hotly anticipated election campaign of the last decade. Can Prime Minister Scott Morrison and the coalition hold on to power against all odds, against all the polls? Well, probably not. But they can force Labor to lose. Just because the government is going to probably fall well short of a majority in the House of Representatives doesn't mean that Labor will actually get a majority in its own right. And that means you are going to see the most vicious, personal slugfest that you have ever seen in probably the last 4 election campaigns. This is going to be intensely personal. It's probably going to get ugly. And you will see from the coalition targeting of every crazy out there left-wing nutter who's ever supported the Labor Party, and you will see from Labor a targeting, an absolute zeroing in on Scott Morrison's character, and they will be rolling out an absolute curtain call of every single MP who has ever criticised him, every single man and his dog who has ever said something negative about him. So it's going to get really, really nasty, and it's going to be really, really bloody. The only hope for the Libs is if they can make Labor seem even worse than they are. So the PM is very unpopular. He's not seen as someone who is trustworthy. He's been accused of being a bully. He can't really repair that aspect of his reputation. That is baked into voters, and you see that in the community. You hear it. It's showing up in the polling. But if he can make Labor, or the people adjacent to Labor, the people who support Labor, seem even worse, then he might just have a shot of forcing them short of majority government. And that means he will be finding all the worst elements the left has to offer and trying to basically attach them to Labor and Labor leader Anthony Albanese, who's been very, very disciplined and moderate, attach them to him like a ball and chain. Will it be enough to sink Labor, or is it going to absolutely romp home as all the polls seem to suggest? Well, I'll tell you one thing about election campaigns: nothing is certain. So watch this space.